Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to talk about photography style, what it is and what it's not. For starters, it is not your camera. Now, can your camera help define your style or um, emphasize your style? Yes, just like any tool. But it's how you use your camera that is actually going to define your style. Now, you can make some very significant conscious choices. You know, um, you can always shoot a particular size format: square, 4x3, 8x10, 5x7, whatever type of format you want to shoot. Do you shoot high dynamic range pictures, black and white, muted colors, oversaturated colors? You can even pick film emulation styles to create a certain look the way you want it. Do you use old lenses that are adapted to a modern camera, which will give you a particular look? Um, you can also create a look using plastic cameras, a whole get camera. Um, certain things will drive your style, and a camera is one of those. APS-C, full frame, medium format, um, whether you shoot film or digital, all of those will have an impact on your style. But your style is also something that you can choose and develop. Look at pictures that you like. Now, you don't necessarily want to copy somebody else's style, but you do. There's not really an unexplored style out there, um, at least that I'm aware of. Pretty much, I suspect everything has been covered at this point. And you can see that via Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. So, what do you do? To help you develop your own style, I recommend you find a painter or a photographer whose pictures you like. Try to recreate some of the images. And I'm not talking about in a professional setting where you're trying to make money off of this. I'm talking about developing your own sense of style. Practice the trade. Look at the images that you like. Try to recreate those. Um, an individual came to me actually asking me about shooting the swimsuit and modeling. And it's like, well, if you're going to shoot swimsuits, pick up the Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine. Look at the images that they have in there. Use that as a guide to help you figure out your sense of style. But it also teaches you a bit more than that, because you'll look at how they pose and compose and what props they use, what kind of backgrounds are appropriate. The same is true in landscapes. In wildlife, National Geographic. Um, I'm not familiar with any landscape magazines out there, but I know there are some. Architecture, same thing. These are works that are getting published. Now, you can also subscribe to generic photography magazines, um, and find photographers there that you enjoy their photos. Painters. You can look at a bunch of paintings. A lot of early photographers, that's what they did. They studied painters and learned from the paintings that they liked. You know, if they enjoyed portrait paintings, they looked at how the painters would apply light to the portrait. So there's all kinds of ways you can do it, but your style will develop over time. And it's going to develop mostly due to how your workflow progresses. If you're an extremely detailed person, you're going to reflect that in your images. If you're a casual person, that's also going to show up in your images, whether you want it to or not. So that's basically how your style is going to evolve. The more you practice with your camera, the faster that your style is going to develop and show through your images. So take your camera, keep it with you, take pictures, and you will find over time you will have your sense of style. And that's it. Once you've mastered all this other stuff, you've mastered photography. So I hope you appreciate and like this content. If you do, I would appreciate a like, drop me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. So this concludes our master's program. Going forward, I do have some gear reviews coming up, mostly for L mount and adapting lenses for L mount and how those lenses perform. I also have a couple of field uh, photography shoots that I will be posting. So keep a lookout for those, and we'll see you later. Thanks. Have a great week.